Hello to all of you. I am Courtney Ren'ae with Flourish, a women's empowerment organization, and we are based out here in SoCal, but we touch women in any and every part around the world. When I started Flourish, I had just had my daughter, and I had just came out of a business that I was designing lingerie and putting on fashion shows in Hollywood and Beverly Hills, and that type of passion for me, designing and creating, and also more importantly seeing the models and the exhilarating feeling they would get coming backstage. I'm behind stage and they come back from off stage and they just have so much, just like, oh, I felt that. I felt that genuine energy, and I loved it. I loved to see them all dolled up and feeling great about themselves and just going out there and in lingerie, out there strutting their stuff, having a great time. So after I had my daughter, I knew I wasn't about to be in the clubs too much more. So anyways, Flourish came about and wanted to do an event that still kind of allowed me to be working within that passion for creativity and design, and even just more importantly connecting with not necessarily models, but just women who have a passion for that too, the entertainment industry, and models or dancers. And long story short, I found that a pageant was a way for me to still create an event, one that would empower women and still kept that element of music, dance, and entertainment all in one.
Sounds like a natural flow, like a good mix of what you're able to do now that your life is different as a mom, but what you've always loved doing.
Exactly.
Which is wonderful, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that to me is a life design element, because a lot of times when we become mothers, as you well know, the expectation is that like we're less of ourselves, like we have to put those things aside because now we're nurturing a new life, so to speak. And I love that you found a way to still infuse who Courtney is, what Courtney loves, and then on top of that still have that empowerment element, because you said that was one of the things that kept you involved in it. You love that feeling of when the models would come, behind the stage and like, oh my God, backstage, and feel excited about that. I think that's important for other women and men listening to this to remember that whatever obligations you have, those responsibilities you have, whether it's parenting or for some people it's another day job or whatever the case is, you can still create, you can still design a life that allows you to do the things that, make you feel like you are flourishing in that sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of times we don't come into loving what we look like naturally, or how we feel naturally, or how we want to really express ourselves until something traumatic happens, or something life-changing happens at a certain time in life. And I think it's great that you're doing that in something that it's typically as cosmetic and really as pretentious in a sense as a pageant, because it does have that sort of connotation to it typically. I'm glad that you took it and made it what made sense for you. That's a total radical self-expression move, and I love it. And then that way a woman can feel good. She can celebrate herself right where she is. Can you tell us a little bit about how it's different than a typical pageant?
Yes, I think it's totally different, actually. Me personally, I've never really been interested in a typical pageant. I think that a lot comes off unreal, not genuine, just in how you have to walk a certain way, talk a certain way. And anybody who knows me, like, I'm gonna keep it so real to the point where, I want everybody around me to feel like it's okay to do that too, and really fully express themselves. But it's different in the fact, people are like, what's a natural beauty pageant? And this pageant is natural because not only do I encourage women to be themselves on stage, I mean, all the way from, if it's a attire competition, meaning your clothing or fashions, I tell them, if a Cinderella gown is not your style, don't go buy one, because you're gonna feel confident and comfortable in it on stage. And definitely don't go buy it if it doesn't fit within your pocketbook and your budget, you know.
Yeah.
If this is a competition about most original, because we do have a most original outfit competition, if your most original outfit is some suspenders and a bow tie and some capris, then that's what you wear.
Yeah.
You know, don't try to fit with what you see normally. Be yourself. Last year it was so funny because this one contestant, you know how us women do, we buy shoes sometimes that really don't, our feet really don't like.
Right, dinner shoes, so you can sit with your legs crossed and not go anywhere. Yeah. Yes.
So she wore these shoes,
Yeah.
killing her. She could barely walk. She finally got up on that stage. Akila, she took them shoes off, put them in her hands, and just started walking.
I love it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If that's what you felt in that moment,
Yeah.
so be it. You know, I embrace women who like to get breast implants, who like to wear nails and things like that, but we have a very strict rule where there's only 3 enhancements, meaning eyelashes or breast implants or fingernails, things like that. And then you can only wear 3 applications of makeup. Eyeliner, it could be lip gloss, it could be blush, you know.
Yeah.
But if you go beyond that, then you're eliminated from the competition. We definitely need support from the communities. Whether you're in LA, if you can come and attend the event, you know, just celebrate just what this is all about amongst other women and not even just women. There's going to be men in attendance, but we have tickets on sale, VIP tickets. We have a I just got off the phone call a moment ago of creating a VIP reception for very, very prominent professionals out here in LA, and so that's also available. If you're out of state and you have a business, you know, we have advertisement opportunities for you to have an ad in the event program, as well as Moms Advice Magazine. They're a sponsor on board with us. And even some of our sponsorship packages can be very beneficial to any business outside of California, because not only can you get advertisement on our website, but we can, you know, I'm all about trying to make everything work. So if I find out what you're doing and see if I can make some things come together to make it all come together, then that's what I'll do. But yes, in-kind donation, we have 2 charity groups on board right now. So any type of donation or even a sponsorship is going to benefit our charity groups, and they are charity groups that are geared towards empowering women in all aspects of their life, just like Flourish is about, whether it's their career, their schooling, emotional wellness, spirituality, the whole 9. So you can find all that information on our website, SoCalsNaturalBeautyPageant.com, and you can also find it through Flourish.net as well. So any type of support, even if it's just you sharing some of the posts that we put on Facebook or Twitter, you know, getting the word out about what our pageant is about versus a Miss USA, Donald Trump's, you know, pageant, and showing how we are trying to really make a difference in our communities through this event. That also means more than anything to me. So.